Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Driven by Christ Auto. Alright, so on our last episode, we finally got finished building our drag car and went over a little bit of how everything goes down in the drag racing world. We're going to go back into that again today. We only was able to run down there at the track, just that one, you know, championship series, and we went undefeated. The Lord was with us that day, so we're going to share I'm going to share His word before we start today, and we'll figure out what's going on. So, eternal God, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You are the Word that became flesh. You have always been, and you will always be. Help us not to lose sight of your divinity as we celebrate your birth. We are so thankful that you grew up to become the main Savior who is God Almighty. We rejoice that you are the one who bought our salvation with your blood. Though you were rich, for our sake you became poor, so that through your poverty we might become rich. No Christmas present could ever compare with the infinite treasure we have in you. Because of you, our sins have been removed as far as the east is from the west, freeing me from all condemnation. You have gifted us with an unimaginable glorious life that will never end. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for this breathtaking gift. We embrace it joyously and gratefully. In your loving name, Jesus, amen. Alright, so guys, that's coming from John chapter 1, verse 1 through 14. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 9, and Psalms chapter 103 verse 12. Alright guys, so that was the message from our Lord today. So we're going to be running our car, so we're also going to throw in on a prayer into that. Lord, please be with us today, and racing our first car that we built for Driven by Christ Auto. So we're going to get in here, hit these power switches, get everything turned on. Y'all know how we do it in the morning. So we could since it's the weekend, we're not gonna actually run the shop today. I was planning on maybe doing some customer work, but luckily we don't have anything going on. But that's probably going to change since we are in the month of December. We're probably going to have a lot of work. People are fixing to start traveling, but we're going to go down here and run the morning and the afternoon run. We're going to run 2 championship races today with our, this is our first car that we built at Driven by Christ Auto. This is our drag car for now. This car is going to pay for a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing. Hopefully it's going to pay for us uh, to start on our next drag car project. We're just going to sit there and work through different cars. Now, what I'm planning on doing is once each car becomes a 3-time championship winner, or how many races would that be? If you can do 2 races, you got the morning and the afternoon because they don't got night. So in a weekend you got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's 6, and that's 6 championship races in a month. So 6 times 4, so that's 24 races. We should make a lot of money racing this car in 24 races. We should be killing it out there, guys. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and do a fluid level check because this is the first time we've actually ran our car. Go ahead and check it. Alright, oil's still good. We still got brake fluid. We still got coolant. So everything is looking really good on this car. The only thing that is that we need to get done with it is we need to go ahead and detail it. We want to make sure our car is clean before we go down there. You can't really tell it, but there is some dust on this car from us racing it the other day. So let's go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. You'll see how shiny it is now. See, it don't have no brown tint to it or nothing until you highlight it, and then it does. But anyways, it is shiny, it is ready to go, so we're just gonna head down. Oh, before we do that, I think we was needing to adjust fifth gear, so we're gonna actually move it to the dyno room, because it was a big jump from fourth to fifth gear. I think that was it. We're gonna find out real quick. So yeah, cause let's see. Yeah, it's a 115. So we'll bring that up to 140. That's a 40 miles per hour jump. May even bring that down to 170, and then we're gonna drop our overall speed to yeah, 212. So that should be pretty good. That should work out. Keep our, keep our gear ratios kind of matched up with each other. Our, the same distance in between each gear. I mean, what you're trying to do is keep the car in its power band. You don't want it to dip down below its torque level and then come back into power, trying to struggle going down the track. So we're going to apply this. Since we just changed the transmission, we should not have to dyno it, but if you change any performance stuff, you have to re-dyno it. We're going to find out real quick before we go. Let's see if it says anything, because it'll pop up whenever you do this. It'll say, I think it's whenever you go to race at the championship, it's going to sit there and say, your car is not dynoed or something like that. So we're still at we're still at a 971 on our race. So we're racing in the class between 901 and 1000. So we're up there. I mean, we're already in the top of the class, and this was our first car. But I knew whenever we found this car at the junkyard, it was gonna be a fast car. Whenever I saw that it had the V8 dual overhead cam engine in it, and it was supercharged. So we're gonna be in Class A. Yep. All right. Got to drop 1000. We know we're gonna need that. Alright, so they got us they got us first one up there. But anyways, let's go. Nope, we're not actually the first ones. We will be the third run, but let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do these bets again. Alright, so right here, you got a Pagani. Now, most people are going to go by the performance points. Obviously, if one's got a 964 and the other one's a 956, it's going to have more performance. But this game will sometimes try to play games with you. Even though that the car is clearly faster, magically, somehow they lose. So what you want to do is you want to bet for the car. That one that you think is going to ultimately win, but also what could possibly outrun you, because the game is going to try to cheat you. It's going to try to, even though this car's got a higher performance point, for some reason they lost. So your sacrifice, you could be sacrificing $200 or you could win that bet. But we're going to go ahead and go through all of our bets now. See, this one's a 975. I bet you he's probably going to win. This Edgewood 1971 Edgewood Hellcat. It's kind of, I forgot, I don't know exactly. It almost looks like a Nova or something, or some old school Buick. But these cars are really fast. And we can't bet on our own races. It won't let you do that. I already know that the Pagani is going to stomp the Ferrari. More than likely, this Mustang has got a V8 dual overhead cam supercharged motor, so we definitely want to bet for him. And I'm hoping he takes a loss. I'd rather lose that $200 than lose the whole tournament. So hopefully the game will try to cheat me and he'll lose because I betted on him. Same car, we're just going to go with the higher performance points. That's pretty self-explanatory. I already know the Pagani's got this Ferrari, even though it's 10 points higher. It's just the way that the game is. I done raced a lot on here. Ooh, we got a 997 Hammerdale, so hopefully the game will try to cheat me and maybe I'll lose this bet. Alright, let's see what we got. Already, see? Already doing it. So, alright, let's see what we're going for. We're going against the Pagani in this first run. Alright, let's see what we got. Trying not to hit the red one. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that rev limiter. Because every time you hit that rev limiter, it loses power in between each gear. You want to shift out right before you hit the rev limiter, or it starts spitting the engine and cutting your ignition. But we ran almost a 9-second flat at 167 miles per hour and a quarter. Half mile was 207. Our reaction time was better than our opponent, so that's always good. You don't want to get too quick and red light, because if you red light, if you come off the line too soon, you just lost the whole tournament. That $1,000 is just gone. And I've done it before by accident. So be real careful setting down your controllers, paying attention to that Christmas tree. It takes a lot of practice. Guys, practice before you start racing. So because I don't know what car y'all are actually starting out with. Y'all may have found another car. It may be completely different from the Charger that we got. So, yeah, look at there. So, that's a good, even though we did lose more in bets than we gained, that means a lot of cars that we do not want to race against got knocked out. So, that means we have a higher chance. So you're like, well, wait a minute, we just lost money into that. Yeah, but because those cars that we betted on to win and the game tries to cheat you, that means we're going to be racing against lower performance points cars to us, meaning we'll have a better all-over chance of winning the whole tournament. And I'm hoping I'm explaining this good enough where people are understanding me. About the performance points and how the betting system works. So we're gonna keep running it though. We're gonna keep running it. You'll kind of catch on to what I'm talking about. And Lord have mercy, we forgot to put in the bets because I'm sitting over here talking. But anyways, all right. So we didn't get any bets on this one, so we're just gonna have to run it. Rev limiter or nothing that time. Didn't have a good reaction time. It was a decent, I guess, but our time in general wasn't as good. We ran a 9-1 that time. Remember, guys, you want to try to stay consistent in this. If you're running a 9-second flat or a 0.5, that's where you want to try to stay at. I wish they had bracket racing on here, where it didn't matter how fast your car was, it was how consistent you could run your car. Alright, so I kind of just killed myself there. I got distracted, I did not put in my bet, so we may be racing against some pretty bad stuff now because I didn't bet that round. So I don't know what we're going against. Looks like, yeah, look at this. 2 900 ranges. So we'll go for that one because that one's got the highest percentage in tuning. So, yeah, we kind of missed out on some money there. But either way, we still got the whole championship, so let's go ahead and run this bracket. going against the Pagani race car at that. A little bit better. A little bit better. Ooh, we got a good reaction time. 0.015. Like, you don't get any better than that on the Christmas tree. Because if you do, you're probably going to red light. Alright. Everything's looking pretty consistent. 9 ones, you know. Looking good. Alright. And we won that bet, so here we are, last bet. Looks like we're going against a Ferrari F50. We are going to win this race. I can almost guarantee you that we are, because these cars are really not that fast, even though they have a higher performance number. Something about these cars, unless you go in and modify the transmission, they're really not that, they're not as fast as this. So I don't know what's up with that, but alright, here we go. I wish they had like a burnout pit and heck, it looks like it does better hitting the two-step on it. We ran a 9073 that time and a quarter. Reaction time was 4.8, so yeah. So it looks like this car is going to be about a 200, just say about a 208 miles per hour car, plus 160 miles per hour, 9 seconds. So that's what it's going to sit there and continuously run. We're not going to be able to get it, you know, any faster than this. But guess what? We just won that championship series. So that was the morning run. Right there, $13,450. That $13,000 and going to the scrapyard. Oh man, you can flip some money with that. See, the whole thing is taking care of your customer. You know, going over and beyond. You want to really do this, guys. If y'all actually own a shop in real life, you want to go over and beyond in helping your customer if you have the tools and the capabilities of doing this stuff. Um, you know, we've completely rebuilt whole cars on here, and they were just coming in trying to get one thing fixed. Sometimes they didn't like it, but you know what? Don't matter. If you're trying to help people, Jesus is happy about it. That's what he tells us to do. Love others, even though they may not love you. If they don't love you and they're ugly to you, pray for them. I guarantee you will see a change. So we're going to go ahead and catch this afternoon race series. I mean, y'all can sit here and keep running this, but for the kids out there, you know, I'm trying to keep this stuff, you know, y'all gonna have to get down with me on this world of imagination here thing for the adults that are watching this. But alright, throw another $1,000 down. Everybody done ate lunch. We done prayed for the next race. You know, we asked the Lord to look over us in our next run. No wrecks, because you got to watch out. Sometimes them other cars will lose control and they'll wreck into you. I've actually had it happen before. They'll get retarded over there in that other lane and start losing control. And if you get ran into going down the track, that's it. It's a done deal. Hold on, guys. Let me turn off this heater. It's starting to get kind of warm up in here. But anyways, let's go ahead and hopefully we won't forget to make our bets in the second bracket. We're in the, let's see, you got the first, second, third, fourth. Okay. Yeah, in our second bracket, yeah, we forgot to bet on. So let's see what we got in this one. I'm still gonna go with the Mustang on that. Boy, they just running some Ferraris like there ain't no tomorrow. Now I ain't guys, even though the Ferrari may not be the fastest car in the game, it is definitely valuable. If you find one of them Ferraris in the junkyard, you better pick it up because just rebuilding that thing is worth, I think it's like a little over $200,000 in pure profit. That's not the whole total price of the car. That's just what you make in profit. So, these cars that we're racing against right now, look for all of these, like the Pagani, the Hammerdale, Staralis, especially the Staralis Type S. That's literally the fastest car in the game, I think, because I got that at my other shop, and it is a fast car. But we're gonna actually try to get some lower class cars, and I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna get a Class A drag car. We're gonna have a drag car for every class, along with taking care of our customers. Um, so let's see, nine. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the drag car on that, or the old school car over that Porsche any day. And Porsches are not that quick. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. It's already looking good. I know a lot of people are like, dang, bro, you're losing money like crazy. That means that those faster cars lost. That means I'm going to have a better chance of winning the championship. And none of them are outrun me. Oh, well, guys, that's what it looks like whenever you lose a championship right there. Come off the line too soon. We lost. And we actually lost money in that. We lost $1,200 is what we end up losing. So, 2, 4, 6. I don't know how we got $1,200 on payout whenever we lost 2, 4, 6, 800. We only won 600, and then it cost us. Alright, so I guess, okay, they're going to give us a chance to, even though we may not be able to race, we can at least gamble or, bet on the other cars. I ain't going to say gamble. We're going to have a team spirit and, we're going to bet on this. Guys, if y'all don't want to risk losing any more money, you can back out of this. I mean, you don't have to bet. You don't have to gamble your money if you want to. But since I kind of know how the game works, and I hit the wrong button and started it, so yeah, probably just better off that I just leave. We at least got our money back that we paid into it, so not a bad deal. We're going to jump back into it, and if we lose this one, we ain't lost our title yet. A red flag is not going to take our title, but if we get outrun by a car, yeah, we will lose the undefeated title. So, I don't sit there and count, red flagging because the game wants to cheat you. That ain't going to work for me. So, let's see, get through here. We'll go for the Porsche over the Ferrari. Yeah. This is going to be a close race here. I don't know, but I'm going to lean more towards going after that Pagani. Hopefully not winning. I'm going to have to go with Porsche on this. Alright. Alright, let's see. We are not going to, we're not going to come off the line so quick. Good run, good run. My reaction time was really slow. Better watch it. Ooh, he was right on us too. He ran a 14.3 and we ran a 14.0, so he was right behind us, like 0.3 seconds behind us in that race. And it was because of that reaction time. You gotta watch it. you can't get your reaction times below 100.100, below that, more than likely you're going to lose races. Because the game does, you know, kind of expect you to know how to race too. And ain't going to put a car out there that's just going to be so slow you're going to lose against it. So let's see. Hopefully we see a lot of... Okay, there's an even split. We actually took more wins than we did losses, so let's get our bets in again. Now remember, every bracket you go up, you can bet more money, so that's another thing to remember. I just go with the highest one. That's what I do. Just don't forget that. If you can put more money into your situation, you want to do that. That way you got more chances of winning. See, it'd be cool if you could pull up here and like hold your brake, do a burnout, and what you got to do is do like a perfect burnout where it's got like this little, maybe, you know, the back and forth game where you catch it in an area and that tells you how much grip you got. It'd be pretty cool to do something like that if they could add the burnout box and maybe some nitrous. That would be so wonderful to put nitrous on cars. We still got him. 14-0. We had a doo-doo reaction time. I was sitting there telling we were slow coming off the line there. 0.116. That is not good. But we still won, guys. Jesus was with us. We still got him. And his top speed was only 195 miles per hour, so we got him by 207. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so we making some money in this now. We already got $5,000 just from placing in our bets on our other components, you know, knowing what everybody runs. You learn this racetrack really easily once you start racing it enough. You know which cars are fast and which ones aren't. That's the reason why I'm not betting on that Ferrari to win, even though it is a 999. I kind of already know what's probably going to happen, and if not, then we may have a race ahead of us. So, alright, here we go. We're going against the Hammerdale. Alright. Well, this thing's so smooth. Stays perfectly straight going down the track. That's the type of car that you want. Something that's going to hold to the road. And them big old tires make a big difference. See, we're running a front engine mounted car with rear wheel drive. So this is not even all wheel drive. We're going to try to build some all wheel drives, some front wheel drive race cars. We're going to have every type of race car. Like I said, we're going to do everything this game has to offer, because this is an extremely fun game. And then at DrivenByChrist Auto, you know, we want to have all, I mean, that's it. We're going to have race cars everywhere, built in the name of the Lord. So, alright, so right there, looks like we are going to be racing against that Ferrari. So we'll have to put in a prayer on this one, because he's running 1,000 on his points. He's 1 point away, so we're gonna have to watch this race. We're gonna have to be good coming off the line. And no, you can't bet on your own races, unfortunately. So alright. You can see the thick black line in our lane from us spinning coming off the line. got him, just barely. Just barely we got it. Actually, no. We ran a 13.9 that time. I think that's the fastest we've ever went. And a half mile is a 13.9, still 207 miles per hour. And all I did was let first gear spin out a little bit more. So I think what's going on is we're spinning in first and then we choke it down in second gear, and that's where we're losing a little bit of our time at. So we're going to let it spin a little bit more in first gear. But that's it for this championship series. We just won. We're still undefeated, guys. Nobody has outrun us yet. So this car is going to make us a pretty good amount of money. And there it is, $14,000 payout. So we made, let's see, I'm going to continue. Alright, so that's it for this championship on, for this weekend. I'm going to go ahead and load up the car and take it back to the shop. Thank God we got a tow truck, because they ain't going to be too happy about us driving a almost a 2,000 horsepower car down the road with slicks on it. Probably it ain't even street legal. But anyways, guys, so right there we're up to $259,000 already. So we made some money. We can go check out our junkyard now, and I'm gonna show y'all some other ways. We're gonna leave the car out there in the dyno shop. We're gonna head back up in here. Now we got some stuff going on. So right now, in our race weekend, we done made a little over $20,000 that we can play with. So we got 3 barnyards that we can go to. Now remember, barnyard parts, you want to buy everything, because more than likely you're going to be able to fix these parts. So let's see if we can find our next drag car. Let's see what we can find. We're going to head out to a barn location in our tow truck. We find out a lot of these locations from doing customer vehicles, and they know the whereabouts of, you know, barn locations. Now, remember, whenever you come into these, remember where you come in through this door at, and what you want to do is you want to pick if you're going to go right or if you're going to go left. So we're gonna go left. See a bunch of good rims that we can fix. Just go ahead and buy all of that, because if you can't do anything with it, it's good for building up your scrap pile, because we can squeeze more horsepower out of that car than what we got by building up our performance parts on our engine. And we may go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and grab everything out of here real quick. Make sure, we gotta watch them, boy, they be hiding stuff. Make sure you didn't miss. Remember, you come from over here, you come around, you checked all of this. Oh, look at there, got a Corvette up in here. Alright, got a Lamborghini door. That's gonna sell really good if we can fix it. Just go ahead, we can regrind that cam. Windshields are good. I don't know how windshields are good for scrap pieces for performance, but hey, I didn't create the game. I'm just using what they got. So go ahead and grab all of that. So we're looking for a box. We're looking for our box of blessings. That's what I call it. But let's get around this. Make sure they ain't got nothing hidden over here. Let's see what type of engine this car has got. Alright, so it does have a supercharged V8 in it. So this would be a good car to run. It would be a good drag car. But let's see how much they want for it first. Alright, junkyard engine, yep. Supercharged V8. And looks like most, okay, so it is missing a lot of stuff, or at least we don't know anything about it. Ooh, they want $33,000 for this car, so that's gonna kind of put us down. So we We could get it, but remember, we want to keep making a profit, guys. This is going to put us below our profit line. It's telling me right now that the estimated car value, just by what we looked at, is only worth $25,000, and they're wanting 33, so it's not a good deal. We're already $12,000 into the hole. So we'll think about that, because that is a good power plant to have in this car. So we may come back, we may get that car. So we checked all of that area. So let's check this real quick. Go ahead and grab all that. And then it's forcing us to go right. So we're gonna go back to the beginning. We're gonna purchase everything from the right and go over. Good, pretty decent parts that we can rebuild. Nothing. Still stay. Uh-oh, guys, we just found the gold mine right now. This is a Lamborghini. So I know they're gonna want some money for that. Now this car is gonna be worth investing into. Because I know we're gonna make good profit margin. It looks like majority of the car is here. Let's see. It won't let us pop the hood. It'll let us pop this, but it won't let us. Okay, yeah, it will. Is the engine in here? Let's see. It won't let us. Okay. So it looks like most of the car is here. It looks like very little components are missing. So this is going to be a good one to buy, because it's got most of the stuff in there. All we should have to do is clean the car up and just do the basic fix. I mean, we could build there's our car. There's our box of blessings right there. Yay, we found it. Alright. I can only imagine how much they want for this car though. Ooh, yeah, they want $81,000 for this. So that's gonna take us racing a lot on the weekend to get it, but we ain't gonna have a chance to get this car again. So and we are going to be able, we may not even build this as a race car. We may just restore this car and put it up for sale at our shop. I mean, how many people are going to have a Lamborghini for sale outside of their shop? You know they're doing good in business. So and most of the components are here and they're in good condition. So we done found our good box. So let's go through everything real quick, buy up everything else. We're gonna kind of fly through this. I don't know what this other car is. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, check it out. It's a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and it's got the boo-boo motor in it. It's not even a turbocharged motor, but this would be a good car to have for our front-wheel drive, you know, race car. Okay, nothing there. How much do they want for this? Hey, they don't even, estimated car value is already $18,000 and they only want 15 for it. So we are definitely going to get this one. We're going to go ahead and buy it because we're already in a profit just from buying it. So you want to go ahead and get that. It's going to ask you, do you want this at your garage? Yeah, you want to go ahead and put it at your garage. Okay, it ain't gonna kick you out from here. It's still gonna keep you in here, but just remember where all you've been, guys, and we're gonna get that Lamborghini. It's gonna, if I had a choice to choose between the Lamborghini and the Corvette, we're gonna go Lambo all day because we can make more money off of this. So we're fixing to drop right at $100,000 here, so we're gonna have to really put in the racetrack time whenever we get the chance to. So we know we're gonna buy the Lambo, or what they call a Morena Bizzarini, which we know it's a Lamborghini SV Diablo. So alright, let's see. We are going to buy it. Yep. And we want it at the garage too. Alright, so we're down to $163,000. I know most people be like, whoa, we done lost a tremendous amount of money. But that's okay. We're going to be able to flip this back. So let's see how much our parts are going to cost. Like right here, only $5,000 in parts that we're going to be able to completely flip and make way more money off of parts. So let's go ahead and buy the parts, and we're going to head back to the shop. Where's my water at? There it is. Luckily on our tow truck we can actually haul 2 cars at one time. The bed's long enough for it. Alright, so right now we're down to $158,000. Let's go ahead and the Eclipse does not have wheels on it, so we're gonna have to go around back and go get the forklift. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this car onto rack 2, because rack 1 is for our customer vehicles. So let's go ahead and get it into there. Alright, so we got it up on the rack so it's not sitting on the floor, and we've already done messed up. We just put this car into here and it's dirty as all get out, so probably gonna have a big mess to clean up in the shop. And this car rolls, it's still got its wheels, so we're gonna move it back here to the wash bay, and we're gonna see what type of condition this car is in. Alright, let's see what we got. Wow. Oh yeah, and it comes factory with the pinstriping and the stickers on here. It's a nice car. Body's in real good condition, so yeah, we're gonna be able to do some stuff with it. Let's go ahead and do the interior cleaning. I bet you we're already gonna make a positive just from cleaning it. Doing a full detail on it. Alright, so inside's like brand new. Let's see. Alright, car status. We bought it for 81,000, so we're still in the hole, $12,000 on this, so not too bad. I mean, for what we can get back on it. So we're gonna, now that we got this car cleaned up, we're going to move it inside the we're just gonna move it up inside the paint booth for now, since we got it cleaned up. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it in here. We want to leave it in a clean area because we're gonna actually get ready and prime that car, because we're gonna build a special edition with that. Let's get our Eclipse that we got, or the Hint of Moon. We're gonna go ahead and get it washed up and get it back on rack 2. We're gonna have to move some center blocks and stuff out there so we can wash this car. And it does not have a front windshield already. Hold on, let me see how many other. Alright, so we are going to get our O'Reilly's parts window, or not menu, not their menu. We're gonna go to Body Work Station and see if they can't get us a window real quick for the front. That way we don't soak the inside of the car whenever we're cleaning it. They'll be down here in a minute for that. Let's see what we got going on in the customer world of things. We'll see what type of work we'll have lined up for tomorrow. So wow. Alright, so tomorrow's order. We ain't gonna do this one today. We're gonna catch it first thing in the morning. This is, hi, it's me, Johnny Johnson. Remember, I visited you soon after you opened up the repair shop. I'm trying to remember him. We done worked on so many people's vehicles, I can't remember everybody. I see that business is good. Yeah, you probably saw that Lamborghini sitting out front. But I hope I can take partial credit for it. I was very satisfied with how quickly you worked, and I thought you could use some advertising. Okay, going back to business. I have a terrible case here for you today. Snapped it up, or okay, he snagged it up cheap from some kid. He wasn't really aware that what he was driving and how much it was worth, but his lack of interest in the car is pretty obvious. Please take care of the bodywork and interior. This car definitely needs it. While you're at it, check the clutch and entire suspension elements, I have doubts about them. Do what you have to do, but don't go overboard. It's supposed to work and look acceptable, but I don't want to go broke. I still want to make some money from it. I hope we're clear on that. See you soon. Alright, so this guy is wanting us to do the best that we possibly can with the car, but not get too expensive. So, Driven by Christ, we're going to always fix stuff that's not going to cost the customer any money, because it looks like he's just going to uh, repair the vehicle as much as he can, and he's going to turn around and sell it. So I think Mr. Johnny down here owns a car dealership, which is that's a good person to have in your back pocket if you're running a auto business, auto repair shop. These guys that own have a lot of money, and they own car sales lots, they're constantly buying cars, and they're going to need somebody to work on them. So we already got this man's attention, so let's keep it up. We're going to go ahead and bring in the car today. We're just not going to start on it. We're going to kind of look over our Lamborghini and look over the Mitsubishi and see what all we're up against on that. So we'll go ahead and get the car. We'll go down there to the car lot, go pick up this Skyline is what it is. It's a R34 Skyline GTR, and he's just wanting to do the basics on it. So let's go ahead and go pick it up. Alright, so we done got back with the car. It is definitely in some bad shape. And this is a base model. This is not even a turbo model. It's not looking too good. I don't even think this guy knew it. I don't think the guy knew what he was buying myself, because if I was gonna get one of these cars, I would have made sure it was the turbo model before I went and spent the money on a GTR. But hey, whatever. Some people don't notice stuff like that, but it has got failed components all over the motor, but most of it is together. So it's going to need a brake service done for sure, because I see the fluid is low. Looks like we're going to have to go. We're going to have to do a lot of work to this car. So let's get it back here in the wash bay and get it cleaned up. Alright, let's see how bad the frame is rusted up. As these cars come from Japan, so he probably bought it off of one of them like JDM auction things, which is kind of crazy because the steering wheel is on the wrong side for it to be a JDM car, and they never did release this car in the United States. So whenever you found an R34, the steering wheel is actually supposed to be on the passenger side of the vehicle, but they probably didn't think about that whenever they were adding this content, but it's cool. Let's do the inside. Glad that they put the car in here though. At least they added it. Alright, so interior is just extremely trashed. Of course, sitting up, being exposed to salt water, because in Japan they're constantly exposed to the elements. It's not a whole lot of mileage in between coast to coast, so they're constantly getting hit with salt water and things rust. So we are gonna have to completely tear this car down and do a lot of welding to fix this frame up. Looks like the windows are gonna have to be replaced. We're gonna have to do a lot of stuff to this car. So we're pretty much gonna be rebuilding the Skyline, but let's go ahead and get it on rack 1. And alright, so we got it in here. Let's get it up off of the ground. Let's see, does this car even have a battery in it? Let's pull it out of here. We'll go ahead and throw it on the charge and see if it will actually charge. Ooh. Okay. It took it. Alright, so it's charging up the battery. We can work on batteries, put some new fluid into it, which is as serviceable batteries. You can buy acid to put into them, but most of the time you can just use water in there. Distilled. Make sure you use distilled water. Do not put tap water into a battery because it will ruin it with all the mineral deposits. So let's check these rims. It looks like the tires and rims are going to be good, but we're going to go ahead and start tearing down body panels because this car has got a lot of rust. Pull the front windshield. Remember, he didn't really want to mess with too much, so I guess he's just going to leave the interior like it is. He ain't going to want to mess with that, but I'm going to try to fix it. I actually got some seats I can throw into there, but remember last time we modified a car, they were like, no, I want my original seats back, so we'll have to figure out how that one's going to go. But first things first, on any of these vehicle teardowns, after we get the body parts out, we got to start draining fluids. So let's grab our drain, oil drain over here. Rack one. Go ahead and drain the oil on it. Alright, there we go. Oil, look, it was okay condition. It wasn't bad, so I didn't see it completely black. I'm gonna pull the filter off and drop it into our little bucket right here so it can drain on out. Move. Alright. The rest of it we're gonna have to vac tool out. So right here we're gonna go to the additional tools and we're gonna use the drain tool. And we're fixing to hit all this stuff into here. Because we don't want coolant all over the floor. I'm telling you, that's some slick stuff on the floor there. Because that coolant has actually got an oil into it that keeps your water pump lubricated. So your bearings don't fail, and then it starts losing water there right on your timing belt, which is not good. We're going to go ahead and suck out the power steering, get all the fluid out of the rack. So coolant, wash fluid, power steering fluid. We got one more thing, and that's going to be our brake fluid. Let's see. No, we're not going to add to it. We need to remove from it. Alright, there we go. Fuel, they don't have fuel into here, but what we could have done is we could get our little drain tool roller thing over there. And normally on gas tanks, like if you get back here, on the gas tank, at the lowest part of the tank, normally in a corner, there will be a special plug that's in the bottom of the gas tank where you can drain the fuel out of the tank, but it normally requires some special head from the dealership. You know, that way people can't just get up underneath the gas tank and steal other people's gas. It's a sad world we live in nowadays, but people do that. They steal other people's gas in their cars. So, but yeah, we could go ahead and drain that tank because it looks like we're going to have a lot of work on this car to do. And to do a lot of the welding, we may just go ahead and pull the engine out of this car, and that way we can get to some spots that are going to need to be welded because the frame is just gone on here. It has got rust everywhere. So let's go ahead and pull these tires off. We don't need them on there because it's going to need a brake job. WD. Alright, well, this front brake looks good. Let's check the other side. Always that run frozen bolt. Oops, I accidentally hit the wrong thing. I hope y'all are still there. Alright, yeah. So, got about 5 minutes left today, so we're going to go ahead and get these tires pulled off. and just kind of see what we're going to be up against tomorrow morning. It's going to be episode 13, but we've been doing pretty good. I hope I've been reaching out to people. Hope it's been fun. It's doing things I never thought I'd be doing today. And speaking the words of Jesus is my main priority. So, you know, we get to build some cars. We get to learn about how they work. You know, if you're planning on going into business, running a shop, you got to invest money to make money. You also got to have money to make money. But to understand, money is the root of all evil. So you got to be careful with it. If you know how to save money, you know what to spend your money on and not evil things, man, you're gonna make it in life. But if you get distracted by the ways of the world with a lot of money, it's hard to stay on path. And you want to stay on Team Jesus. That is what we need to be on, guys. So you got to have him in your everyday life with everything. It's not just your business. It could be your marriage. It could be your children. It can be a lot of things that are going to work against you in your life. And without him, I mean, we're lost. A lot of people think that they can handle stuff on their own. Some of them may be able to do it on their own. But at the end of the day, whenever that time clock runs out, I want my name in the book of Lambs. Son, I'm wanting out of here. Like, eternal life is better than anything we can imagine. It's better than owning every car on this game and having the most money that we can possibly think of, because none of this stuff we'll be able to take with us. None of it. So, give glory to God while you have it here on earth, and to Jesus, because that's the only reason why we got it, is because they allowed us to have it. But, I thought we'd clean this car up. We'll go ahead and clean the Mitsubishi up before we go. Let's get it in the cleaning booth. We'll go ahead and wash. Oh yeah, that's what it was. We got to put in this front windshield so we don't soak the inside of the car. Alright, so we got that glued up into there. Let's go ahead and wash it real quick. It's got a pretty nice looking little color on there. It almost looks like the same color as my Honda Accord I had, but it was a lot darker green. But frame looks like it's in really good condition. Actually, I don't really see any body damage at all. It was just dirty. But suspension and everything else, yeah, it looks kind of rough. The inside, it looks good too. Got some blue racing seats. I also got another steering wheel I can put into here. So, it looks like we got our first front, and we are swapping this engine out. We're just going to scrap this whole motor right here. We ain't going to even keep it. We're going to put a turbocharged K-Series motor into here, which I've shown y'all the versions of what appears to be like a K-Series Honda motor. But anyways, we're just gonna leave this out here, let it drip dry off, and see what we got going on. Oh yeah, this is where we got our drag car. So shut off everything out here. The Lambo is locked up in the paint booth. We've already got it locked up, so we're just gonna go ahead and call it a day. And then we're gonna catch y'all first thing tomorrow morning on the Skyline. That's what we're gonna be doing. But let's go ahead and kill everything, kill the computer, you know, make sure all of our messages are checked, and let's check this battery real quick. Remove. Alright, so we was able to restore that battery. It's got 100% charge, so that's good. We don't have to buy another battery. But anyways, we're going to hit the main power source. Bloop, we're out of here. Alright. Alright, guys. Well, that is going to be it for this episode. This is episode 12. So, it's been a good day. We had a good race. Everything worked out well. So, anyways, we'll catch y'all in the next episode. I hope y'all have a blessed day and a blessed tomorrow. So, anyways, we'll catch you next time. Later, guys.